Because for those that might not have had any situational awareness, in the bottom corner of the screen, you see a logo that's up there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, DraftKings Sportsbook. Everybody knows DraftKings Sportsbook, baby. Yes, indeed. Not only are they safe, but they are secure and reliable. I'm talking the leaders when it comes to sports betting, baby. And that's what we love about DraftKings, because they always got the fire odds. They always provide us with great incentives to watch these games, and they make the winning a little bit sweeter. And sometimes when you lose and you parlay it the right way, it still can make the loss a little bit sweeter as well, man. Just depending on how those numbers have worked with you. But the reason why I always enjoy DraftKings is because they supply us with an awesome promo code for all the first time people out there, right? Because everybody was the first at something. It was Deke's first time one time, and I'm hoping that it went well for him because he's back. All right. But when you use that promo code MOATS, you can receive up to $1,000 in deposit bonus money. It's a cool concept. Whatever amount you put in up to $1,000, you type in the promo code MOATS. DraftKings says, you know what? I like this guy. I'm going to match that money. All right. Up to $1,000. So it is an awesome, awesome concept, ladies and gentlemen. But we also know this, Deke.
Yeah.
We know that sometimes people, they overindulge.
Right.
Sometimes when you overindulge, some people might say that you have a problem.
Right.
Well, if you have a problem, there is someone that can help you. If you have a gambling problem, say you might need some crisis counseling, maybe even referral services, Deke.
Right.
There's definitely a number for you to call. You want to know what that number is, Deke?
I mean, you kind of got to know the number. If you're going to call someone.
If you're going to call, you got to know the number, right?
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that number is 1-800-GAMBLER. I say it's 1-800-GAMBLER.
Number 5. Perry and Winfrey from Oklahoma.
Okay. I like where you're starting already. Player. Let's go.
You serious?
Absolutely.
Okay. That's number 5. Number 4 for Darian Mathis from Alabama.
Bruh, keep it going. You're talking spicy and I like it.
Number 3, Travis Jones.
Bruh, okay now. All
number
right.
2, Devontae Wyatt. And number 1, Jordan Davis.
How the boy say?
We had the same list.
Identical.
No, stop it.
I swear, identical. I can't make this up, bro. Identical. That's why I had to hit the schmurder. Just
I know
throw
football.
it up. Like this is crazy, bro.
So you don't even have to say your list.
Like verbatim. Perry and Winfrey, Fidarian Mathis, Travis Jones, Devontae Wyatt, Jordan Davis. What does it say right here on my list, bro?
Yeah. And you did that a while ago, actually.
That was at 9:20. That was last night I did my list. 9:22 p.m. Yeah. You see it, April 24th. You see it, man. Yeah. That's crazy, bro.
That was my list.
That's crazy.
I know football. What can I say?
That is crazy, bro.
What do we say now? Are we just done? We move on? We just move on to the next segment?
Well,
that's the list. We don't even need to ask you guys. That's the definitive top 5.
The fact that we have the exact same list is crazy. Okay, when did you come with your list, bro?
Today.
That's crazy. Yeah.
My question revolved around Winfrey, though, actually.
Yes. So I was going to talk about each guy and like why I thought, why them? You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So let's talk about Winfrey.
Yeah. So to me, man, you want to go first about Winfrey or you want me to go first about Winfrey?
I'll just go based off what I've seen.
Yeah.
He's big, 6'4", 303.
Yeah.
He looks really athletic.
Mm-hmm.
Has a little bit of a slender frame.
Mm-hmm.
But he's played on the inside basically the whole time. Every time I saw him play snaps, he's on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So he almost looks like an edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
But can finesse him pretty good on the inside. He can get around us. He's got the power. So doesn't seem like he'd be a nose tackle or defensive tackle. But why couldn't he play left end or right end for us? Take over that Tuitt or Cam Hayward position as they get older. I just didn't know if the frame was not Cam Hayward-esque enough. You get what I mean? Like he looked
He's too
way
lean,
more
you're saying?
athletic.
Yeah. So let's talk about him, man. Actually, I love.
But if you can move dudes, why does it matter? That was my thing.
So this is my thing. Perry, man, he has great size, man. Like you said, 6'4", 303. but he's super nimble. His specialty to me is his get off, is his pass rushing ability. He has a nice wiggle. He knows how to rock guys, set them up where he stems one way and they'll shake back. Like his hands are always moving when you're watching him rush. And then also it helps him in the run game when you're seeing teams try to run away from him. He shoots gaps really well. It's hard to cut him off with some of those blocks. But as you said, he does look more like an outside guy in a sense because he's played like in Oklahoma, he's playing more of a 4-3 scheme. And that was also part of the reason why for him, he is leaner like that. But I do think that he could easily transition to playing in our defense, whether you're talking about having him in that Tuitt or Cam role, even though because for me, he's built very similar to Tuitt. That's kind of who he reminds me of. I think Tuitt is a little bit thicker up top, but he reminds me of Tuitt's frame more so than Cam's frame. But he gets off the ball. Because when you look at Tuitt to me always looks like a 4-3 interior D lineman because of how he can just penetrate. He's a get off the ball type of guy. Perrion kind of reminds me of that. And I hope I'm not butchering his name, by the way. But
that's got to be it.
But that's what he reminds me of when I watch him play. And I also think that, even if you don't want to have him mainly out there in your base package as a 3-4-5 technique, right? As a DN 3-4, when you go to your sub package ball, which we play 60-70% of the time anyways, that goes right back to a 4-3 look. So for Perrion, he's going to go right back to what he's accustomed to doing, while he's at college. So to me, man, I liked him a lot. That's why I had him at 5. I just like the other guys a little bit better.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And we've talked about all these other guys.
Yeah, Mathis, to me, man, Mathis is like I don't want to say a better version than Winfrey or a better version of Winfrey, but I think that
he
Mathis
feels like
he's
the safest pick to translate to the 3-4 too.
That's a nice way to put it.
And kind of what we're doing. Like he could fit in pretty much immediately.
And he's a little bit bigger too than Perrion. Not crazy, but I want to say he's probably like, was it 15, 20, probably like 15 pounds, a little bit heavier than him. So he's a little bit thicker, but to me, I just like how he rushes as well, man. Both of those dudes are disruptors. You know what I mean? They're not these big, just clog a gap, 2-gap type of guy. Like, nah, they're penetrators. They're getting off the ball. They're creating havoc. And you can see that with both of those two guys' productivity, whether it's talking sacks or tackles for loss or QB hits, they generated a good amount in all those categories right there. So that's why for me, man, I mean, we've talked about Fedarian, man. Like, that's why I like him, though, too, man.
Yeah. My big debate came down to Travis Jones versus Devontae Wyatt. I wouldn't even say big debate because I do think Devontae Wyatt just in a vacuum is better than Travis Jones. Mm-hmm. But Travis has some of that stuff that we talked about whenever we compared him to Aaron Donald a little bit, how he's able to work his hands, and that intrigued me. But the thing with Wyatt is just some of the off-field stuff. And whenever you're drafting someone, you want a little bit more security. But it seemed like all of his charges got dropped, whereas we haven't heard anything about, Jordan Davis or Travis Jones. Yeah. But Wyatt looks like he's got more upside. It's just Travis Jones, can he only fit one position for us? Is he that Tyson Alualu nose tackle, just a more athletic, can move his hands a little bit better? But
think about, what did we do with Tyson when Tuitt initially got hurt? Or no, not when Tuitt got hurt, but when Tuitt wasn't available early on, it was still going to be Tyson. You bump out and play some of that, 4-3-D lineman type stuff where he was a 3 technique, or he would be in the gap, or a 1 technique in a sense. So to me, I think that Travis, you could do something similar with him with that. I just think that dude could really be a problem for some people at nose, though. You know what I mean? Just because of the size and the athletic ability he plays with. But I do think that he's a guy that early on, you're not putting him out there over Tuitt and Cam. Right. But I think if he's a part of that rotation, because like we said, those guys come out. So do
you see him more as an end? His optimal position for us?
No, I'm saying when it goes sub ball.
Okay.
When it goes sub package ball, we know we take the nose out and we keep Cam and Tuitt out there. But to me, I think that Travis Jones can still give you some rush ability. I just don't think that you're taking Cam or Tuitt off the field for him. But if you're rotating, like how we see those guys when they get tired to come out, Travis coming out there to rush from a 3 technique, I still think he can get it done there. I still think that he knows enough. His rush package is versatile enough that he could do that. Not every play, but you wouldn't need him to do it every play because you got Cam into it. You know what I mean? So that's why I was like, I still liked him a lot. That's why I have him as my 3rd dude.
Yeah. How do you feel about, I guess let's just say the top 3. How did you organize them the way that you did?
For me, I thought that Jordan was to me, I just think that Jordan fits the Steelers' need the most in terms of getting a big body run stuffer, because we have D lineman that can rush the passer. Shoot, Chris Wormley, he had 6 sacks last year. Like, we got guys that find the quarterback. We know what Cam and Tua can do, especially Cam. When Cam is on, he's a double-digit sack guy. We know Tua when he's available, what he's shown. But our issue has been the run, stopping it, more importantly. And to me, I just said to myself that Jordan Davis, he solidifies that. He is the best at that part. He is not. You don't.
And he could be generational.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't have to worry about, okay, is he a greedy guy that's going to be trying to shoot gaps and ultimately put pressure on these LBs? Or is he a guy that's going to take his guy back there? You know what I mean? And I think that's what Jordan does in contrast to Devontae. I think Devontae is better at shooting gaps. I think he's better at being disruptive, but he's not going to necessarily keep our guys clean to that level. Whereas I think Jordan, because of how massive he is and his style of play, he is going to eat up more blockers. You know what I mean? And that's ultimately going to keep our guys free behind him. And we're good that way. Whereas, I mean, this is something that Tua had to deal with early on. It's like, man, you're shooting the gap and it's cool, but when you shoot the gap and you don't make the play, that kills your linebackers. And that's the part where it took Tua some time to figure out, like, okay, if I'm going to shoot this gap, I got to make this play, because if I don't, nobody's keeping them linemen off them LBs. And as you can see in today's NFL, the LBs aren't getting bigger, they're getting smaller. So it becomes more and more of an issue, more and more, at the forefront when you're talking about how you need those guys to play their techniques and stuff like that. So I just thought that Jordan did that better than Devontae. But Devontae, if you're talking about him just playing, like,
there's a case he's nice. Better than Davis.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely.
Did the off-field stuff like play into consideration at all?
To me, it didn't in my decision, because everything is good. If everything is good, right. I'm not gonna dwell on, he did it, what was it? It's like, yo, if they said he's innocent, bro, he's good. If it's done. Like, that's just how I look at it. And that's kind of how I looked at with the Devontae thing. And that's based on what I saw. I don't know if there's anything new that came out, but from what I saw, everything.
My thoughts, if he was definitively better than Jordan Davis, then I don't think that would be in play at all. But I think there's obviously a case Jordan Davis, for the different styles that they play, is just better, and probably a better fit for the Steelers as we're sitting right here, right now. Because Wyatt, would he be more of the Tua or Cam predecessor? Yes,
I think he would be more of Tua's predecessor.
So we don't really need that right now. Well, depends on how you view Tua. But we could get away. Is he or is he not? We could get away with Cam Hayward, Chris Wormley, maybe the emergence of Loudermilk.
Don't play with my man Loudermilk like that. Come on, man. You know what they call him? Skim Milk, Big Milk. What did he say his nickname was? Something with a milk thing, right? Milkman. That's what he was calling him. Milkman. Okay. Yeah, that's what he said. Milkman. You remember that interview, man?
I mean, that makes sense.
He said the Milkman. Yeah.
I think he said that. Did he?
Yeah, he definitely said Milkman. Then it was another, like, skim milk or almond milk or some other type of milk they called him.
Yeah.
Whole milk, maybe.
But, like, we could get away with Wormley, Hayward, Loudermilk for right now, right? Yeah. Whereas if we got Davis and Alualu, I mean, that just kind of shores up that nose tackle.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, because we could even... Has there been times we moved Alualu to the end spot? In a 3-4, we could do Davis, Alualu, and Hayward.
Actually, I don't know if Tyson's ever bumped out like that. I know he's done it in the base. I mean, in the sub ball, but I don't know if he's ever. I mean, it's still the same tech. It's not the same technique, but it's still in the same family. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like, you just. It's kind of like a 6 technique. It's like, yo, you're playing this dude head up, but this is you got a key. So you key in the same thing. It's just a different body type to what you're doing it on.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's it. I don't know if I really have anything else.
Dude, I am just flabbergasted that we had the exact same list, man.
Just simple, dude. When you know football, you know football.
Like, bro, what is going on? I don't know if that's like a compliment or if I should be nervous about myself all of a sudden, man. Was I researching too much? What I'm playing?
Wow.
I've seen how you operate. With was I researching too much for this? No, man. Kudos to you though, man. I respect it, bro.
How about this?
I like it.
How about this? First round. What's your cutoff? Is it just Wyatt and Davis? Are you good with Jones in that first?
I personally feel like Jones could. I would probably cut off at Jones, and if Jones isn't 32, I'd see him not.
We want him to
40,
trade down for Jones, then maybe trade down to like 27, 28.
Correct. Yeah, I don't think you need to do that. Or no, you're saying we could trade back. Is what
trade
you're
back?
Yeah.
Get an additional 3rd round pick or something like that, and then still take Jones. Like, I wouldn't feel good about taking him at 20.
Yeah.
I'd rather trade back in the first, get him at maybe 28, 29, 30.
Yeah.
Have the extra pick in the 3rd. We could take, who knows, an extra receiver, backup safety, whatever it is.
Yeah, I like it, though.
I'm with you though. I think those are the three, but Jones is conditional as long as we trade back.
Yeah.
Wyatt or Davis, those guys could be studs for us.
I just don't.
Wyatt is the safer long-term pick for sure.
Bro, Wyatt is nice, bro.
Yeah.
Like, Wyatt's nice. I just feel like we already have, if Tua is back, we have that. That's all. But Wyatt is nice, bro. Like, I like his game. That's the part of the year, man. It's the draft, bro. I'm just glad the draft is about to happen. Because, yeah, I'm over here like, dude, I just keep thinking like, yo, well, what about this guy? Oh, what about that guy? All right, no, that guy's not available. Oh, he is available now? Oh, he's not available. It's like, yo, the yo-yo is playing with my emotions.